Good afternoon, and welcome to the recently refurbished King's Wharf at the Royal Naval Dockyard, one of our 2 water cruise berths. Behind me is the gathered throng of the guilty. The 2 women are the 2 Carmens. I'll talk a little bit about them later. Before we get to the principal reason for being here, however, a bit of history is in order. It was November 17th, 2018, that we began the demolition of the previous terminal and the entire dock. Following a comprehensive inspection in 2014, deck problems were clearly identified, and the report at that time estimated a replacement cost of the deck and terminal building at more than $20 million. It was clear that the deck had deteriorated and needed to be rebuilt during the 2018 off-season, which ran from November 15th, 2018 to April 9th, 2019. Planning began immediately to explore options and new methods to meet that limited timeline. The ministry initiated an accelerated replacement program in order to meet the critical deadline of April 10th, 2019, the arrival of the first cruise ship of the season. The consequences of missing that deadline would have incurred a $500,000 penalty for every visit that a ship could not dock at King's Wharf. We identified Precast Systems of New Jersey, who had previously supplied us with concrete slabs to create a temporary pedestrian walkway atop the compromised deck at King's Wharf. Earlier were selected to build the new dock with concrete slabs and ship it to Bermuda. We decided to transport a third of the dock on the weekly cargo vessel, and the remaining 2/3 of the dock would be transported to Bermuda on a cargo ship chartered specifically for this purpose and unloaded directly here in the Royal Naval Dockyard and stored on Cross Island. This approach would meet the demands of the construction schedule and essentially produce a savings of approximately $400,000. A number of other factors were implemented to enhance the construction and expand the life expectancy of the wharf. Usually for long-term corrosion protection, one of the following elements would be included in the design: fly ash, cathodic protection, corrosion inhibitor, and low reactivity aggregates. In this case, they were all used on King's Wharf. Under this plan, the replacement terminal could not be completed by the start of the cruise ship season. So a temporary structure, located behind me, is being used while construction occurs. The 2014 estimate for these works, as I said earlier, was $20 million, but with savings from the reuse of some of the piles and the use of precast slabs, the revised budget was set at $15 million, including contingencies. That part of this exercise was led by project manager, Bermudian civil engineer Carmen Trott, and a team from the ministry ably supervised by the chief engineer, Mr. Yves Borblorty. Overnight construction are building the new terminal that we stand on the roof of today, and were also in charge of the finish work on the dock. Redco General Manager, Mr. Andrew Diaz, and Port Facilities Manager, Mrs. Carmen Tucker, are the project managers for the building. I must repeat that this aspect of the rebuild is phase 1. The next phase, the costing of which has not yet been finalized, is to provide for the extension of the dock by 100 feet on either side of the terminal building to accommodate larger ships with 4 gangways and provide a better service area for greywater sewage and garbage disposal. With that background, now let's get to the primary reason for today: the traditional Bermuda roof bedding of the King's Wharf terminal building with the traditional Bermuda black rum. Do you want to do questions before rumming or after rumming? No questions? Everybody's afraid of heights and when you get down off the roof. Okay, then.
Move these bikes.
Okay.
Can we get some of these people to stand up on their steps up there? So it's not a little crowded.
So you want to put rum here?
think they want you on here.
Huh?
They want you to pull rum on this.
For rum on this?
Yeah.
Only level one.
Irish Parliament and all. I want to take a vote.
In the middle.
Which one you want?
When everybody else, I was gonna stick some people up on the deck.
You know, I can't put too much of it. Because the rest of it. Rum. 181 proof.
Come on, man. Hold up. What you doing? On this? Or that?
Everybody's voting on here.
How about we do two? Her and there. One for Dennis there and one for her.
We ain't wasting all that much rum, you know.
Okay.
Because I can't get that ankle.
All right. Hey, you got the gingerbread. No.
We need some more.
Huh?
This is the hell on.
Right, I don't want it running on me, though.
Fine.
That's fine, he says. I know.
Stephen?
Who you work for? The
Stephen
people that
Young.
love me the most, isn't it?
Stephen.
That's what you get. We're good?
Yes, sir.
Huh?
We got a group shot.
Okay, let's not walk on your road.